All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the We Book It podcast. Let's start the show.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the We Book It podcast. This is your Sunday night stunner. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining in with us. We have all of the highlights, all of the action, and I am your host, Virgil, the two-time We Book It champion. I am here with, of course, two other former two-time We Book It champions, a referee, a coach, a zen eater, and so many other things. But let me get to you. They are also collectively, they make up the best damn wrestling crew out there. And we got to introduce them all. First and foremost, guys, I got my man, the freakiest one, the host of the Friday Night SmackDown, Low Down, Hold Down, Throw Down, Mow Down, Toe Down, Whoa Now, Bring It Around, Smack It Up and Down, Flip It Around, Fritos.
What's up, guys? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my singles and tag team competitors. And we got to talk about that eating Zen allegations you just put out there in the world. I don't eat the Zens. I just suck the nicotine from the pouches, for one. And that kind of makes it sound like Cam Scattaboo eating crayons, all right? I don't want that comparison.
Listen,
I don't want to be compared.
I've never eaten, chewed, tasted Zen a day of my life, so I didn't know what the correct terminology was. Sorry, man. Okay, Fritos does not eat the Zen. He sucks the Zen.
Okay, now we're done. Just popping it up for Decky, all right? You know what? We're done. That's it. I've had a rough weekend. We're not starting this off now here, Virg. We're not cool it.
Fritos, come on. You know you're my most Fritos. Listen, for anybody that don't know, Fritos is my most favorite person in the whole wide world. Fritos, however, has had a rough weekend. And like I said, so it's been a little tough on my boy. So we have to give him some grace tonight and take it easy on him. His Packers had a 25 point lead, 26, 27 point lead, 23-point lead, and turned around and coughed that up.
Mike didn't rush the quarterback. That's all it is. Don't act like when Mike ain't in the game, it don't affect nothing, because the first time they played y'all, they got in that ass. Don't do that.
Teddy Long, sir, you have not been introduced yet, therefore you cannot speak yet, sir. Thank you very much. Now, back to Fritos, what I was saying.
Wrong.
Fritos had a rough
Always
weekend.
trying to keep you down, Teddy.
Hey, we do need to get that compilation video of Teddy Long from early 2000 where he literally was talking about the white man and called them crackers, and I'm telling y'all, that is the funniest.
I swear.
Funniest. Oh my gosh, bro. I laugh at that shit so much. It's so funny. The white man to keep the brother down, but we gonna back the Mac. Me and Rodney Mac, and low key, whole time Rodney Mac looked white. That was the whole like thing about it. Like, Rodney Mac is white, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, what are you trying to pull over? Like, what are you trying to do with this?
Absolutely. 2000s Vince McMahon booking was a wild time in the world.
Was that Chuck and Billy era?
Yeah. You keep mentioning them. Stop doing that. We haven't talked about Billy and Chuck. You mentioned them last week too. Stop doing that. All right. Next up, we got, of course, the workhorse of the We Book It podcast. This man does it all for us, y'all. He is here every time I need him. My main man, my brother from another mother, Coach Man. Oh, sorry. He is also the host of the Raw Dog Monday Night episode. Sorry about that. Also, two-time Book It champion himself. If you need to learn how to throw a slider pitch, how to throw a fastball, four-seam fastball, he is your guy. Guys, give it up for the main man, Coach Man.
Hello, gentlemen. Always a pleasure to be back on once again. Fritos, my condolences. But, tough it out. There's been worse things.
Say it, bear down. You can say it, bear down. You with us. Your girl a Bears fan. Say it, bear down.
Double doink.
Say it.
Double doink. Bear down.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Coach has turned heel on Fritos.
Let's go.
God damn it, you sick son of a bitch.
Let's go. He's with us.
Somebody get him out of the damn ring. Somebody call the damn match.
God damn, that evil son of a bitch. Right there, Coach.
Helmsley, that evil son of a bitch. How could you?
God damn it.
That's also another great compilation that you should go watch if you haven't.
Oh my
JR
God.
going off on Triple H while Triple H does dastardly things is still the funniest thing. From the time he revealed himself as the one that orchestrated the hit and run on Stone Cold, and he comes down to the ring and he's bloody in Austin, to the time he cost him the WWF Championship. Pretty much anytime he attacked Austin, JR went ape shit. It was always like, "You son of a bitch! How did you?"
Oh no, it's that damn Triple H son of a bitch.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
All right. And last but not least, ladies and gents, we have my main man with us back again, Mr. I Blow Smoke. He is a referee by day, a security guard by night. He is also Batman in some areas of his world, if you believe it or not. Guys, give it up for the main man that will make you go one-on-one with the Undertaker. Also, I was also beforehand. I really feel like I'm pushing the fine line here with having to go one-on-one with the Undertaker, because I've been pushing Teddy Buttons for a week now. Since last Sunday, me and him been going back and forth. And I feel like tonight's the night. I feel like tonight's night is gonna make me go one-on-one with the Undertaker, and I'm nervous.
As you should be, because either it's gonna be that or you're gonna catch these lemon pepper steppers, and that's what it is. And that's what it's gonna be. You feel me?
Let's go.
That's what it is.
Yes.
It's gonna be.
Let's go.
Time.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show my man Teddy Long.
The one and only.
I like that. It's very, very short and sweet. Not a lot of bravado. You know, Frito's got this whole intro thing he does with his, Coachman always says the same thing too. He's like, "Gentlemen, pleasure to be here again with you," all this stuff like that. But I like the short and sweet. I like it. Just the one and only. I like it.
One and only.
All right, gentlemen. So first and foremost, biggest topic of the night. Got to talk about it. Drew McIntyre finally wins the big one. Finally becomes the WWE champion, dethroning Cody Rhodes, and of course, setting the course for WrestleMania. And I don't really know what the heck is going to happen, y'all. I am nervous to death of what's going to happen. This episode is all going to be about talking about the road to WrestleMania. That is a tumultuous road. I know we've all walked this road with WWE multiple times in our lives. But first and foremost, how you guys feeling with the new WWE champion, Drew McIntyre, who is currently walking around doing the tour overseas with Cody Rhodes side plates still on his WWE championship, which is wild to me, but also really gangster because I have never seen that done before. Go ahead, Teddy Long, hit it up first.
Well, first and foremost, IWC, you can suck it and tell Triple H you're sorry, because none of y'all seen this shit coming and y'all all can eat a dick. Okay. First and foremost, they really don't change the side plates till after like a week anyways. So they got to get his DM side plates back unless they done gave him a new logo for his side plates. But it was bound to happen. We didn't want to see Drew get buried like LA Knight. And truthfully, I appreciate Triple H running it back to where that Drew can win out of the country, because he was cheated the first time due to Solo Sikoa, which he mentioned backstage at a point when he was facing Roman, because he had that one in the bag. But for him to win it in Berlin is cool, but for him to be able to take it to Glasgow and to be able to do the European tour with the title is great. It's what's best for business. In the words that in the former words of WWE, what they said, it was best for business because it needed to happen. And after he's been fucking dropping nuke bombs in these fucking promos for like the past month and a half. And it had to come to a culmination of him getting the title. And I mean, We wondered if he was going to drop again because it was a one-on-one match, but with Jacob coming in and attacking him, because we all believed that even though he had the cosmetic, that Drew was the one that actually injured him backstage. It made the storyline even better, because as overzealous as Cody was, Cody should have just let it happen. Fuck being the good guy. Fuck being, oh, I'm gonna do it the right way, my way. Man, take that win. You see him getting his ass whooped. Deuces, bitch. Walk your ass out the cage. That's all you gotta do. But you want to be the hero, and every time you be the hero, your ass get put in the grinder. and so this one cost you the title. So now it's the road to redemption for him, because now what's next? The Royal Rumble that doesn't have a stadium yet, and Elimination Chamber. So he only got a couple chances to get himself back in that title picture. But like I said to somebody, I feel like Drew, Cody, and Jacob can feed families for the next coming 4 to 5 months leading up to WrestleMania, truthfully. And if you want to throw Brock Lesnar in the mix, because he got beef with all 3 of them, like all 4 of those people have a beef with the title, because Cody beat Brock 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, or was it 2 times? Did he beat him 2 or 3 times?
I think it was twice.
3.
Okay,
I thought it was 3
it
times.
was 3. It was 3.
Backlash. It was Backlash, and then they went back
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Oh, just SummerSlam.
No, they've wrestled 3 times though.
Yeah, 3 times, but that's where he won. I know SummerSlam was a big one because that's where Brock.
That's one where Brock gave him the nod. But
yeah,
like I said, Brock lost the title to Drew going into COVID. That was COVID mania. He dropped the title in. Drew and Cody have had their thing. Cody and Brock have had their thing. Drew and Brock have had their thing. So, and now you can add Jacob in the mix, because Jacob can hang with all 4 of them if you want to throw it in there.
absolutely.
But I digress and let you guys jump in.
What do you think? How are you feeling about Drew winning the title, Fritos?
As your Friday night host for SmackDown, I love it. It's long overdue. I mean, he got robbed WrestleMania 40 for Damian Priest's, WrestleMania moment. What did that title run really show for Damian? Nothing. Now he's on SmackDown, and he's really still rebuilding himself. Almost 6 months, 8 months after having a 4-month feud with Aleister Black and just trying to get his footings around. It led to nothing. Drew is gold. Every feud he's had since WrestleMania 40 has been nothing but a banger. Drew's probably in the top 3 of best heels, I'd say, since for 2020s. The best heel so far with his work. The way I could see this going into WrestleMania season, I would definitely love a triple threat match and kind of treat it just like how Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Brock were going all at each other, because I feel like you could have that same vibe where these men just get after each other. Since we finally learned that Drew took out Jacob Fatu, so there's going to be animosity against him. Cody's pissed that Jacob screwed him over, and you could carry that over into Mania season until you figure out who is going to be the true one to take the title off of him. If you're going to do Drew versus Sammy, they have history too. If he does win the Rumble, which that does make sense, really.
Oh no.
Well, yes, I know we don't want it, but we'll know. We all know Sammy's going to lose. We all know it's going to happen if that's how they do it. But then you still got Fatu in the corners. You have Cody. You put one of the new guys. We got a little teaser of Oba coming up maybe to SmackDown. We still don't know. He's still a free agent. You've got Carmelo up there. You've got Dragunov. You've got all these guys that are up there, and I know Drew's going to bring the best out of them, and this is just going to enhance SmackDown and the main roster staff even more, and for the main title picture. So it's going to be fantastic, but Drew deserves this. Way long overdue. As long as we also don't have a Damian Priest feud again. For the love of God, I do not want that again.
I need Drew to kick Damian in the face just one time, though. That's all I need.
There were a lot of men coming after Cody Rhodes earlier on in the show, staking their claim to be the next one to challenge for the WWE Championship. So you had The Miz, you had Matt Cardona, Who else you have? You have Trick Williams come out and say he wants to be WWE champion. You have Sami Zayn saying he wants to be WWE champion. You have Dragunov saying he wants to be WWE
Randy.
champion. You have Randy saying he wants to be WWE champion.
Ooh,
There's a
we
lot
forgot
of
about
guys.
Randy and Drew. We forgot about a Randy and Drew feud.
Oh, we forgot about that too.
I'm okay on that. I don't need another Randy and Drew feud because those two have went at it a bunch. I'm all good on that.
But not for the title.
It's a couple I don't need to see no more.
Take the title off Drew though.
It's
number 15.
It's a couple feuds I don't need to see no more, and it's a couple people. Randy Orton never has to wrestle again in life. Edge, he never got to wrestle him ever again. He never got to wrestle Bobby Lashley ever again. He never got to wrestle Drew McIntyre ever again. Like I said, and we'll be okay. We're gonna make it all right. Okay. Now, Coachman, talk to me. How you feeling?
I like it. I like that it was that surprise factor that we've been kind of criticizing Triple H over for the last year or so, that it hasn't been, there's no shock factor with WWE, but this one was a shock factor. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due, because according to reports, this was Cody Rhodes' call to have Drew win the belt. A lot of people are going to say that it's Triple H's reasoning, like it was his call, which yes, it is, but the idea came from Cody. And in fact, Cody even suggested dropping it at WrestlePalooza to Drew, but they said no. So I think he has been kind of pushing for Drew to finally get that title, which would make sense why this feud was kind of drug out this long. I think Cody was kind of playing politics for the right reason of like, hey, I want to keep fighting Drew until you finally put the belt on him. And now it kind of leads to that uncertainty heading into the Rumble. Everybody was saying it's going to be Roman and Cody part 3 at WrestleMania for the title. You could still do that even without the title. Maybe it's just who's the better wrestler out of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just have that kind of match.
2 matches for the title, and then the third one is a rubber match, just as one-on-one. Like, who's the man?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's QB1?
Exactly. Yeah. So I really like this decision because the possibilities are endless. I think it's kind of predictable what they might do. I think this opens up that door for Sammy to win the Rumble and face Drew at WrestleMania. I don't think he'll win at WrestleMania, but they'll try that. They're going to do the Cody story arc with Sammy this time, of him losing his first title match and then working his way back up and then winning it at WrestleMania 42 or 43. Sorry.
You.
I mean, 43's in Saudi, so
I mean, hold up. Just thinking about it. What happens if this Mania is amazing? That Sammy match with Drew, if it does happen, is true. I'm starting to think that the even years, that's the only time that Triple H can truly book, or that's when the project's good. WrestleMania 40, that whole season, good. If this potential, is going to be good for 42, I'm just saying.
He's got a point.
In my eyes, this WrestleMania probably will be good. I do think that that Triple H will deliver in this Mania. I think it'll be better this Mania than last year's for sure. You got to build up again, like I said, to what you had as a climax for WrestleMania 40. So the build up has started. Again, 2 years back to back in Vegas. And then next year you go to Saudi, and then the year after that, like I said, we're not really sure what's going to happen. There's reportedly money on the table for The Rock to come back and wrestle Roman Reigns at 43. So people want to see that. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, Rock's going to put over Roman. No, we already know the ending. So it's kind of pointless to me to watch those two wrestle each other. But they're going to try to put a lot of names in there for Saudi. So we'll see what happens with that. But
Virgil,
that's
one more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing on this year's WrestleMania. Creative is not hand tied right now to what maybe higher ups wanted, and then say, okay, never mind, we're not doing this anymore.
Right.
No offense to Cena, but you also don't have the Cena retirement tour going on to where you're kind of handcuffed to that, like making sure that's going well, which,
Right.
I mean, it didn't go the best way, but
No, it didn't
either
go
way,
well at all.
there was a lot of handcuffing happening last year. I think now there's more freedom here for the creative team to really just say, like, hey, let's just start fresh. It's a new year. Let's just really bring it home this year and prove last year was a fluke.
To that understanding, the main events apparently, according to WrestleOps and Wrestle World, the main events are already set for Mania this year. They already know what the main events are going to be. So now planning the rest of the show around that, where you got moments that could steal the show, which another big moment. If y'all notice, something very quiet, and this wasn't a topic I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I just someone wanted to throw out there for you. The Usos, after they won the World Tag Team Championships, mentioned that they're the best tag team in the world and they're willing to fight anybody and everybody. This clearly is laid out for the Hardys to come and wrestle at WrestleMania this year for those World Tag Team titles. Now, I don't know if they'll win them or not, but they are clearly coming back for WrestleMania to wrestle for the World Tag Team titles. It could very well be a ladder match also. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Fingers crossed.
Give it to me. I need it.
Truth be told, I want the marquee picture that's been floating around, which is the Hardys, the Usos, and the New Day, and I would love that in a tag team ladder match. Then you really get to see who's who, because the Hardys were the innovators. The New Day is the belt collectors because they got the most out of the three, and I mean, well, out of between them and the Usos, and then you got the Usos that was the longest reigning.
Yeah.
So you got three different perspectives of three different eras of time with the tag titles and stuff like that. And because the Usos and New Day used to cook and feed for a long time.
They did.
Before
They
the
did.
bloodline even got thick.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, you wanna celebrate all three of these tag teams because they are three of the best tag teams we've ever seen in the world. So and
outside
I
of the belly.
Yeah. And if you really want to go back to Steiner's too, but like I said, that's another.
The Steiners didn't give me enough out of years wise. Like if you think about them as a tag team, in the short time that they was actually a tag team, yeah, they was doing their thing, but like these three didn't gave us them other four didn't gave us longevity as tag teams.
The Steiners was good in NWA, and then they were good in WWF. Like I said, so
you said WWF or WCW?
WWF. And well, I said NWA because before.
No, I know you said NWA. I was just saying what you mentioned in them as what it was as a tag team in WCW.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. They were great in WCW too. Like I said, they to me they were all around.
But they were in WWF too. I do remember that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, you mentioned Harlem Heat, you mentioned the Dudleys, you mentioned Edge and Christian, you mentioned the Hardys, but a lot of people forget the Steiners were really the innovators. But it was really the Steiners and the Hart Foundation that really set up the tag team division. Like, like I said, like when it was Jim Neidhart and yeah.
Oh, Rock
you
and
gotta really look at those teams. And if you haven't already, go back and watch those teams because those teams were
they were real tag teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Innovating moves that are still used today. The Steiner recliner, all the different moves like that.
Frankensteiner.
Yeah.
By Scott Steiner.
Yep. So, but speaking of watch, it's time for one of our good segments here. Who to watch for in wrestling.
All right. So, got two people in mind on who to watch for this week. Both of them had some matches last week, but what got me is the story development for each of them. Number one, going into AEW, I'm looking at one Powerhouse Hobbs. A lot of reports coming out that WWE is very interested in Powerhouse Hobbs once his AEW contract expires. I'm not sure when that will expire. However, he is still getting some main event level stuff at AEW, and most recently in his match on Dynamite when he teamed up with Hook, going up against Hangman Page and Swerve. I'm very curious to see if Powerhouse Hobbs stays with Hook for a little bit more, because with Samoa Joe most likely retiring very soon, if AEW does decide to keep Powerhouse Hobbs, I would not be surprised if him and Hook kind of join together and become a tag team. But that's neither here nor there. That's just all speculation. However, I do think that he will get some kind of action this week, maybe some revenge against Swerve Strickland after Swerve did most of the damage to him this week on Dynamite. As for the women's side, we're going to SmackDown and one Jordynne Grace, who made her main roster debut last Friday in a squash match against Alba Fire, but was then confronted by the WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill, looking like they are going to throw Jordynne Grace right into the fire, and should be interesting. I think this is a good test for both Cargill and Grace on how they will be able to handle the main event, so to say, or the top championship on SmackDown for the women's division. Jade has not defended her title at all since she won it. Jordynne is a very good wrestler and a very safe wrestler as well. So it is going to be curious to see how they move this storyline, and maybe it's just a teaser and they're going to go a completely different direction. But Jordynne Grace, I've always loved her work in TNA, and now we're going to see it on the main roster more. So that's who to watch for this week in wrestling.
Thank you so much. That was another episode of Who to Watch For in Wrestling. Coachman, Fritos, Teddy Long. Listen, guys, I got to ask you guys a question. Is it finally going to happen? Teddy Long kind of mentioned a little bit ago when he was doing his first diatribe, he was talking about the fact that Cody Rhodes has always tried to do the right thing, always tried to be kind of the superhero, the good guy, and always tried to do what's right, right? Well, there's a problem with that. What happens when doing right goes wrong? And Cody Rhodes tried to do the right thing instead of walking out the cage, protecting his WWE championship. He instead turned Jacob Fatu around and literally pushed him. And as he pushed him, Jacob Fatu then is, he's a wild Samoan. So he gonna do his thing. So he immediately, got in where he fit in, as he would say, and started whooping Cody Rhodes' ass. This caused a distraction long enough for Drew McIntyre to crawl out of the cage and, of course, secure the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, towards the end of that, once he finally did get back up, pushed Drew McIntyre pushed Jacob Fatu into the cage. Jacob Fatu lays on the ground holding his face. Cody drops down to one knee, and he has the most sinister look on his face. This leads me to ask the question. Y'all, is Cody Rhodes finally going to turn heel? And if he is, what are your thoughts on it? Go ahead, Fritos.
Yes and no. I think they're going to keep him face for a little bit longer due to the Street Fighter movie, since he's one of the heroes in it. I'm not a big Street Fighter fan, so I can't remember. I just know he's that military dude with that weird, funky crew cut. So I think they're going to do that for Guile. All right.
Yeah, Guile.
I think they're going to keep him face for a little bit longer till, after the film does it. So I could see something SummerSlam. You could slowly just plant seeds and just for him to finally turn. It's been long overdue. How many times have we said we're kind of over face Cody? We've seen where he's kind of brought out that dark side of him. For example, that Kevin Owens match that we saw where he did the Alabama Slam through that ladder and where Cody was just staring down Sammy and said he had it coming. He had it coming, which was devious. But it's been long overdue. I know he's even on the chopping block for retirement. So I just say you might as well just throw something in there for a bit if he's going to retire in 4 or 5 years. I don't know the exact time frame he talked about, like when he's talking about retiring, but you might as well just have some type of heel work that he's in there just for fun, just to see what he could do. I mean, we know his heel work. We've seen some of the work in the Indies, then TNA, AEW, but it's time for us to really see it in WWE with this character of Cody.
Absolutely.
Well,
What are your thoughts, Coach?
Fritos, to your point about his retirement, yeah, he did just sign a new deal a couple months ago, and he said that this would probably be his last contract. Everyone thinking, oh, it's only a 1 year or 2 year deal. I mean, it's a 5 year deal, so he's going to be around for a while. And I agree with you. I think why not give him a heel storyline to go off for a little bit. I agree that, again, that there's going to be lots of teases about it, that he's losing control because of his desperation for the title. I think that's a great thing if they do that. However, I don't see that happening until, if I had to guess, so the Street Fighter movie doesn't come out till October.
Ooh.
So to your point, they will probably keep him that way till October. I would not be surprised if we see which I bet they will do it again, a Survivor Series War Games match where he finally loses it. If he's on the losing team and he just snaps on his team and goes ballistic.
I dig it.
So yeah, this is definitely going to be a long, drawn-out process until they finally do it. But yeah, we're going to keep getting teases like we did Friday night after he attacked Fatu.
What are your thoughts, Teddy Long?
I think it'll be great for him. It'll be like the John Cena heel turn in a sense. Like, we know it's possible, we know it's capable. Just when is it going to happen? We've seen bits and pieces of it in AEW, like they said in the Indies. But like, you got a lot of different angles because I pay attention to Cody outside of the ring. So I look at the podcast he do with Finn Balor and different people, and his boys are back. Like, remember, Matt Cardona's back, and Cody don't have the title no more. So it ain't like Matt Cardona's coming after Cody Rhodes. Matt Cardona just wants the title. And what better way to introduce something like the Nightmare Factory to WWE?
Ooh.
Or seeing that there is no active people doing the Bullet Club in New Japan Pro Wrestling, that him and Finn Balor could possibly reignite that if Finn doesn't have a face turn. So it's a lot of different things. Or you already got the heel turn with Ricky Saints in NXT, and he can come and be a stablemate of his on the main roster in the sense of somebody that can help him out, like how Cody was with Randy Orton with Legacy. So you got a lot of angles. You got a lot of different things that can happen. There's a lot of people that are face right now that can go on a heel turn outside of Cody.
They need to fresh
like,
up.
I need another heel. I need another heel Randy run before he retires. Like, I need a vintage but seasoned Randy, just heel boot to the head, DDT your wife in the ring shit. Like, I need that.
Well, diabolical. Okay.
He is bald.
I need
he
it.
is bald now.
But with
we could see it.
You know, with certain stuff happening this year coming around, and we know that he ain't gonna win the Royal Rumble again. I could see feuds building up for that. Cody does something where he ends up in the Elimination Chamber, or truth be told, a heel turn can happen at any time just because he's a ticking time bomb. Like, you can see it, like Cody's a ticking time bomb, and recently when he's had feuds with people like with Kevin Owens or in Drew McIntyre, when people that he's cool with know how to push those buttons, it really goes there for the match, and the optics are even better in the sense. So it would make for his heel turn to be phenomenal because with Roman on Raw, it's just him on SmackDown for real, and his only real feud since he's been back in WWE has been Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and they're both on two different brands, on a different brand of his. So he has nobody else to feud with except Brock Lesnar, and that's not going to happen where he can turn heel or anything like that. So it's one of those things of when and how would it happen, and it would have to happen with somebody he's good with letting him down somehow, some way. Whether it be Jenny, whether it be Sammy, whether it be Jay, like any of those aspects of his boys that he's good with that would turn him to where that he has to be selfish to feel like he has to do it all on his own.
I think Sammy's gonna step the line, and I think Sammy stepping the line is what's gonna piss Cody off more than anything. Sammy stepping the line, constantly trying to get a WWE Championship match, constantly in the ear of Nick, all this, and constantly stepping over Cody, and I think it's what's going to turn Cody Rhodes heel, and I think it's going to make him go crazy, and I think his first feud as a heel superstar is going to be against Sami Zayn,
and that's
and he very well could cost Sami Zayn the WWE Championship at WrestleMania to really kickstart their feud.
Incidental. It could be incidental, or it can be one of those situations where like it looks like an accident, but it could be intentional.
Sure,
like how Dom was with the chair.
Absolutely. And then the nut shot kick caught her around the world where he kicked Edge in the nuts and took off as one of the greatest heels of all time.
Bro,
man.
The kick that man right in his ish.
Yep.
Went off with mommy.
Yep. All right, y'all. It's time for the throwback moment. Okay, so I'm going to take care of the throwback moment of the week. This week in wrestling history, 1997 is the time, the year, the place, and of course, the beginning, the birthplace of the greatest drawing feud of all time. Better than Steamboat and Flair, better than Dusty Rhodes and Flair, better than Michaels and Hart, better than Sting and anything and Hogan or anything like that. 1997 birthed the feud between Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, where Stone Cold Steve Austin came into the ring and had to surrender the Intercontinental Championship to The Rock, who at that time was a part of the Nation of Domination, actually the leader of Nation of Domination. And The Rock was still finding his way. Austin wanted to give up the IC championship because he, quote unquote, in his own words, had bigger fish to fry, aka the WWF championship. He would go on to win the Royal Rumble that coming year. And then of course in 1998, go ahead and main event the WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels. He won the Royal Rumble in 97 and 98, both years, but would only main event in 1998. So against Shawn Michaels. So in 1997, he would end up fighting Bret Hart in an ultimate submission match. So like I said, but still, go out of your way, go back and watch this Raw from 1997 where Stone Cold Steve Austin surrenders the WWF Championship to The Rock. This is before Mr. McMahon really became wicked. And The Rock is in the background being the shit grinning heel or whatnot. At one point, Vince McMahon threatens to fire Austin. And then The Rock says, Vince, The Rock thinks you ought to fire his ass. And he's like, shut up. You stay out of this. So please go back. Go out of your way. Go watch it. It's a great moment in wrestling history. And this has been your throwback moment. All right, so WrestleMania, folks, is beginning to take shape. According to recent reports, the main events of WrestleMania have already been outlined. So I just want to focus on those. I want you guys to tell me, who do you want to see in the main events of WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2? I, for my money, believe WrestleMania Night 2 will end up being CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus LA Knight in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think night 1 will be Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. And those are my 2 picks. Fritos, go ahead, give me your 2 picks. And it's okay to have the same picks too, guys.
Yep. I think night 1, it's going to be the women's. I think it's going to be a triple threat, Jade, Bianca, and Tiffany Stratton.
Okay.
Since we know Tiffany's eventually coming back, I think that makes a lot more sense. Even though I love the potential of it switching Tiffany out with Jordan Grace and calling it the what's the bodylifting competition out in Vegas? Is it Mr. Olympia?
Yeah.
Have
Yeah, I
it
think
called
so.
the Mrs. Olympia like match or something crazy like that, and just make it like a street fight match and just in the weight room and just something stupid like that. But I truly think it's gonna be Tiffany and having just a triple threat. Then night 2, I think it's definitely gonna be Punk, but this is where it gets tricky for me. We know Roman's there, we know Brock's there, Seth's gonna be there, hell, Breaker's gonna be there. So this is where it gets really, really sticky for me. I say run it back again. Punk, Roman, and Seth for the World Heavyweight.
Okay. Coachman?
I agree that probably night 1 is going to be Sammy and Drew. Night 2, it'll definitely be CM Punk defending. I would go as far as to say it is Punk versus Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. That's if Seth Rollins is healthy. If not, I think they're just going to do a straight Punk versus Braun Breaker match.
Okay.
But with adding Rollins in with Breaker and Punk, that just adds a little bit more flavor to it, because you got the man that Rollins cannot stand, that it is his life's goal to make sure that man is not around WWE. And then you also have the guy who betrayed him on the other end. So just good storytelling at that case. So yeah, night 1, Sammy and Drew. Night 2, Punk, Breaker, Rollins.
Frenemies too. You'll get a tag team match in there. If Rollins is clear to wrestle soon, you'll get something where you'll get Rollins and Punk versus Breaker and Reed. Go ahead, Teddy.
I don't even see that, because truthfully, I feel like Austin Theory is a mole, and I honestly feel like he there for Seth Rollins' benefit. And I honestly see a tag team match where it's Theory and Rollins versus Reed and Logan Paul, and in the World Heavyweight title picture, it would be Breaker, Reigns, Punk, or unless LA Knight finds a way to get in there. Because truthfully, with everybody that y'all named, that are those big names that could be in the World Heavyweight Championship picture or a title picture, I feel like they're going to end up fighting in the Elimination Chamber. Because you got to have, because the Royal Rumble winner is only going to pick one of those titles. That other one got to get decided in the Elimination Chamber.
In
Frito,
Chicago.
to counter what you said about the women's match, I would actually say it would be Jade. It could either be Jade, Tiffany, Charlotte, or it could be Jade, Bianca, Charlotte. And that's because we haven't had Jade, Charlotte, period, yet.
That's fair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do that only because
Tiffany
would have a different feud. She's gonna come for the title, but I don't know if she's gonna go straight into that mode or if she might take the U.S. title route and then go back and might try to do double champ with the U.S. title and the world title. But
But we can at
I
least all
definitely
agree women's going to have at least one main event because next
they
Mania, there's
co-main
not going to
event,
be one.
but they don't have the reason why they had main events all the other years is because they had storylines for it. The only
it makes sense.
storyline we got right now is the women's tag title. You don't really have a storyline with the world heavyweight title unless we know Stephanie's going to be healthy. Because truthfully, the real title story was Naomi having the title, and that was going to run for a while.
Yeah.
With the women's WWE title, like that one is a sense of it's going to have more storyline when Bianca comes back because right now Jade really is the dominant one. That's why she ain't really been able to have no matches real because we really know that like she actually is and can be very dominant. The only person that she ain't gonna be able to be dominant against is Jordan Grace and then with Charlotte because Charlotte's just a veteran. But I say night one will be Drew. I don't like Drew Sammy. Like I really don't like Drew Sammy. Like I wish there was somebody else that they can throw in there. Like hell, I wish it would be Drew and Shinsuke, to be honest with you, but I don't know. Like that would be my personal pick. But I can see Drew Sammy. I can see Drew LA, but I feel like LA gonna find a way to get in the world title picture on Raw and either be the because I feel like he could come in sneaky in the Royal Rumble and fuck the shit and just be like, I'm here to get this title. Fuck everything. Fuck everybody. That I'm on some me shit, and that's what it is.
According to Fightful, he from Sean Ross Sapp, he is scheduled to travel to Germany this week, which is where WWE is doing their shows from. So
yeah, they're in the European tour because
Yeah.
Raw is early tomorrow.
yeah,
I'll be watching it live on Netflix. But I feel like because I don't feel like only way we're gonna get Seth and Punk and Roman is if somehow, some way Seth and Roman are at the end of the fucking Royal Rumble and something happens where that they feud and it ends up being where that all three of them just say fuck it, we gonna run it back. But I can definitely see I can see Punk Breaker LA Knight because Breaker LA Knight had a feud too. So all three of them have some beef and some history and can work together. But I mean, I just need CM Punk to get his shit together a little bit.
yeah,
just a little bit.
absolutely.
Because they talked about my nigga Jay Uso botching all fucking last year, and this motherfucker CM Punk that came in the first week got more botches in one match than Jay did. So I ain't trying to hear shit.
Okay, Kevin Nash called him out on it too. It's like, man, like it might be time. Father Time might be telling you that it's time. So we'll see.
What does CM Punk really need to prove anymore? Like, only thing he would have to do for me, honestly, all CM Punk has to do for me is have a solid feud either with Roman or have a solid feud with Seth to go on his way out. That's all he really needs because there's nobody really else in the WWE that he needs to prove anything to beat or even have a match with because like let's be for real, like we know your body is going through it and you ain't wrestled in a long time and it shows.
For sure.
And even what you did in AEW was what you did in AEW. It still shows that you ain't really conditioned as you wanted to be, but it's you came back for the money and you're getting that bag. So get your bag.
And the position. He's gonna have a prominent position in NXT. When he's done.
Him and Sean gonna cook up some shit.
Yeah. No, he's
Like,
going to have a prominent position in WWE.
He knows
after he's finished. So it'll be good. Speaking of finishing, our final topic of the day before we hit the Fritos Fave 5. Fritos, you got a Fave 5 this week, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank God. Because I definitely didn't have one. I'm like, oh man, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, especially if Fritos really retired, man. So Fritos played a bad trick on me and told me he retired from podcasting, man, and I was real distraught about it. So But
I was in a deep depression last night.
He said a lot of things he didn't mean.
oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so AJ Styles, y'all, it was announced this week, broke the internet. AJ Styles returns to TNA this coming Thursday night as TNA does its first show in AMC. I, for one, I just want to take a moment just to appreciate AJ Styles more than anything, because, like I told y'all before, I remember TNA not from Spike. I remember TNA before Spike when they was coming on ESPN2 and ESPN Classic. I remember them only having an hour episode. I remember the TNA one night onlys when they first started doing them, when they literally was nothing but a pay-per-view show when Jeff Jarrett first started them. I remember AJ Styles showing up in WCW. He was supposed to get the win over a guy like Billy Kidman. He, like I said, I mean, I love AJ Styles and his career. I respect him. I appreciate him. Him going back to TNA this coming Thursday night. I don't know what they're going to have him doing, but whatever they have him doing, I'm here for it. I know he's got a feud with Gunther. I know he's going to wrestle Gunther on Raw on Monday night, but I'm excited for AJ Styles.
Hey, Virgil, can I throw a curveball in with the AJ Styles thing we're doing?
Go ahead.
Hey, rapid fire when it's your chance. Name your top 5 TNA wrestlers outside of AJ Styles.
Ooh.
Whether it be tag team or individual.
Kurt Angle's at the top of that list.
Perk Angle.
Whoa.
Well, we don't say Perk. We don't say it anymore.
Wait.
He asked politely.
Do you want TNA originals, or do you want people that left WWE to come to TNA?
No, I'm talking about all-time TNA, because even with the TNA originals, some of the WWE or WCW people that came over there left a impact. Like for instance, like you had the British.
What you did there?
Hey, but TNA was different times because WWE stars that came over to TNA still wrestled in the 6-sided ring. Man. And that was peak. And that was peak
6-sided ring, boy.
The 6-sided steel was my shit. The X Division match when that first came about, bro, like Feast or Fire, like you had the British Invasion, you had LAX, you had Beer Money, man, you had
but before you had the British Invasion, you had Team Canada first, and they was cold.
Petey Williams, Petey Williams with the Canadian Destroyer, bro. That was my favorite. That was my favorite finisher for the longest, besides the Style Clash. In the best moonsault ever, like that was my shit. But,
all right, so I'm gonna do top 5 guys and I'm gonna do top 5 girls.
Ooh.
Top 5 guys. You got to put Kurt Angle on the list. You said outside of AJ Styles, so he's already on there technically. So I'm gonna do you 4 more. So I got Kurt Angle. I got Abyss. I got Christopher Daniels. I got Monty Brown. Ooh. And I got Samoa Joe.
Oh yes.
I want to listen. I want to put Sting on there too, because to me the best version of Sting, the best version of Sting in my life I enjoyed the most was the TNA Sting. I enjoy him more than anybody because he was always right. He was the conscience of TNA. Like they basically booked him to always be right.
Hey,
and then the women, got to give a shout out to Mickie James because she went over to TNA and reinvented herself again. Awesome Kong in TNA. Gosh, who else?
What was the tag team with what was it, Ashley or it was the one girl.
Are you talking about the Beautiful People?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
What was their name?
Hold on.
Because they were.
There's Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, and Madison Rain.
Yep.
Lacey Von Erich was with them for a time, and Cute Kip, aka Billy Gunn, was with them for a bit too. But they
was the beautiful people. OGs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, who's next? Are you done? You still give me your women's?
I'm done. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna be able to name you 5 women. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Got 3 in a possible. You feel me?
Give it up to Trinity and to Trinity Fatu and to Jordan Grace too in TNA. If we're gonna do it like that.
And Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Who next?
I'll go ahead and go. I'll give mine. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sting for sure. Kurt Angle. Loved Samoa Joe in TNA. Guy that probably doesn't get a lot of recognition, but I think does. James Storm.
Cowboy.
And I got to go with Jeff Jarrett because without him, there's no TNA.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though he made himself NWA World Champion like 20 fucking times, but yeah.
He booked
Right,
himself so fucking much, Vince Russo. I mean, mini Vince McMahon shit.
All right, I'll throw out a top 5. I can't name women. I can't think of any off the top of my head, really. It's been a minute. Joe, Abyss, Booker T. I loved Booker in TNA. He was, oh god, when he was doing the commentary while
he was
kicking
fucking
ass in the
golden
ring.
in TNA, bro. Like Booker T was.
Oh, Booker T's in the corner. Oh, he's kicking him. Oh yeah, Booker T's in the corner. Oh yeah, that's gold.
Hey,
I'm gonna say Scott Steiner in TNA.
Him and
his
Pete
interaction. And also the interaction with Bubba. I thought it was fucking hysterical. It's best. Then I'm gonna say Sting. That's honestly probably the best version of Sting that we've had throughout his whole career is through TNA.
Joker Sting was the best.
Yep. All right, so I'll go. I got, and there's no real particular order, but Joe, Sting, Jay Lethal.
Forgot about Jay Lethal.
I ain't not gonna lie, like he was a little dude, but Austin Aries was
that's a good one.
gold in TNA.
Ooh, I forgot about him.
That's a find.
And then I'm gonna go. It's either between Abyss or the Fallen Angel.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Those are like they. The best thing about TNA was that you didn't have to be a big guy to be a big name. And a lot of their big names were with the little guys, whether it was in the X division or the tag team division, because Beer Money was one of my favorite tag teams. They definitely were one of my favorite tag teams that they had on there. I was actually a fan of Nick Aldis, when he was Magnus, on TNA. Like, I was actually a real life fan of that. So, but yeah. The TNA has a wide plethora of talent that has came through there because King Booker, man, like Main Event Mafia, when they was just taking all the titles, man, they had everything. They had all the gold. All they was missing was a women's division, and they had to go with that shit. That's all they was missing because they had everything.
Yep.
But that was some of the best storyline on TV when they had the Main Event Mafia doing what they was doing, man. Like that was some of the best wrestling and best TV.
I 1000% agree. I mean, the storyline between Sting and Kurt Angle for who was the godfather of the mafia was amazing. The empty arena fight that they had, all the different matches and stuff like that, and Kurt Angle really was going off one day off the deep end, just saying, "Listen, I hate you. I hate this guy." and spitting on Sting, spitting in his face. Oh man, it was so good, so good, so good. So good. There was a time.
Main Event Mafia might have been the best faction that ever graced the stage of TNA.
It's between them, Aces and Eights, the
really? You really want to put Aces and Eights against the main Event Mafia?
No, Ace of the Nations had a lot more people in it. But
they had a lot. They shit got dragged out. It felt like after they hit a plateau, and it just was like they had to hurry up and end it. Like that's what I felt.
And then there's Immortal. There's Fortune 4.
Ooh, Immortal. I forgot about Immortal.
Yep.
Immortal was definitely. Who's in Fortune
first group?
Who's in the Fortune?
Fortune was Kaz, which that's another one who's the current TNA champion. Kaz was cold. Yeah. Yep. It was Kaz. It was AJ Styles, supposed to be the Ric Flair version of that. It was Nigel McGuinness, and it was who was the fourth person in there? I think it might have been Robert Roode was the fourth person in there.
Ooh. Nigel McGuinness wasn't no hoe either though.
No, he wasn't, bro. He was cold.
Nigel McGuinness wasn't no, bro. Them Europeans, bro. In TNA they was a different breed, bro. Like they was fit Finley energy like the whole time. Yep. Like their energy was crazy.
All right, so thank you for that segment, taking us off topic, Teddy Long. That was actually a really great. I really enjoyed it. Hey. But now it's time, everybody, for the rebirth, for the rebranding. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, give him a round of applause for Frito Fave 5.
He's back
again. Frito's favorite 5. Sponsored by no one yet. God, it feels good saying this. Virgil, hit my music. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. So please forgive me. I don't have that paper or pen. I've upgraded to an iPad. Oh, I'm advancing like this AI stuff that these kids are talking about. But don't worry, this list is still the same. At number 5, I've got the tag team of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Thought it was a fantastic match. They took those titles away from the Kabuki Warriors, and we've got so many more great storylines that we can have with them. I can't wait to see what we have with this women's tag team division. At number 4, I've got Trick Williams. The promo he had with Randy Orton, I thought was fantastic. He's got to be careful, not turn his back to Bald Viper. He may show that devious side that we all want to see from him. Then number 3, I've got CM Punk retaining his title this past Monday night. That match with Braun Breaker was nothing but fantastic. And I can't wait to see more what Punk has. At number 2, I've got Oba Femi winning his last match on NXT and then unexpectedly leaving his title right there in the ring, leaving the whole NXT world shocked. Is he coming to Raw? Is he coming to SmackDown? Who knows? Keep your eye out. Then number 1, it's obvious. Drew McIntyre winning this past Friday night. And that has been a Frito's Fave 5. Yeah. I'm not going to throw this like I normally do the paper one. This was expensive.
All right. Coachman, what would you give that Frito's Fave 5?
You know, Fritos, I was going to question you once you had Oba at number 2. I was like, no, Oba needs to be number 1, but then you threw in Drew right there. You saved yourself. I think that's an excellent Fave 5. I'm going to give you an A. Welcome back.
Woo!
I miss seeing that picture.
All right, Teddy Long, what would you grade that Fave 5?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I give it a U is what I give it. But I give it a solid A. I give it
And no, I'll clear the air. Only reason I hate Miami is because I'm a Notre Dame fan also. So it's been a rough 2025, 2026. It's been a rough year for me for football, ladies and gentlemen.
Get in the conference.
Fuck the conference.
Get in the conference. Then you can have something
Fuck the conference.
Well,
Nah,
hey,
screw the conference.
you see what that does to you, right? Gets you left out.
Hey, we're in the playoffs next year. It's in the
Hey,
agreement or
hey.
whatever.
That's nice next year, but we're in the national championship this year.
Yeah, Indiana's going to run a train.
Oh, you just hope they do, because y'all
You
can't.
don't.
Because y'all can't beat us.
Fernando's
beat us.
got it.
Hey, what happened at the first game of the season?
Whatever.
Who won that game?
Hmm.
I-
You guys didn't even make it to your own conference championship.
Hey, did you make it to one?
You guys never played for the conference championship,
you
so
have
how
it?
did
Fritos, you kind of set
make
yourself
it?
up for that one.
Do you even have one to
I
play
did.
for?
Oh, no, but Miami never
Where's
even
your
made it. It
conference?
was Duke and who?
Where's your conference championship? You guys have had a great record this year. What did you have to show for it? Huh? Huh? What'd you have to show for it?
I stand by my team and their decisions.
You
Not
said
being a
Cancun on
conference.
3? Spring break? Okay. Early spring break. Got you. Hey, have fun watching us next Monday.
Cancun
I'm not going to watch it. There's Raw. There's Monday Night Raw.
Hey,
All right.
dual screen.
With that being said, guys, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys that have tuned in to.
Hang on, Virgil. What's your score? What's your score
Yeah.
for Fritos?
Oh, Fritos,
you
you already
didn't
mind
give
you with me, bro.
Gotta hold you
Yeah, no.
accountable.
First episode back, there was no way that I wasn't gonna give Fritos an A+, and of course he came in and knocked it out the park. I have been holding it down doing the Fritos Fave 5, so from a perspective of somebody that's been doing this shit, I understand how hard it is. So Fritos, you got my kudos and my respect for knocking it out the park. So once again, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys, from Fritos, Teddy Long, Coach. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Virgil. We got to go find Tanky somewhere licking his wounds, crying a river. We got to go find him. All right, y'all. Until next time, keep those book and pistols sharp. Keep on